Morning, everyone. It's the 22nd of January. We are Signal Centre Talking Ball. I'm Joe Neighbour, joined by Steve O'Hare and Ian Coleman. Good morning,
Good
guys.
morning.
Morning.
All good?
Yeah, all good.
See the fantastic comeback from the Gooners yesterday?
No.
Yeah, I did see that actually. I was quite impressed. Although I did fancy a 2-2 draw before the match, and I'm absolutely gutted because it's the first time I've fancied a bet and I haven't followed it through. So
Desmond
yeah.
2-2.
Yeah, but I did fancy Chelsea going 2-0 up and then Arsenal getting 2 lucky goals at the end. But
Lucky. One of them was magnificent.
I tell you what, they were good goals, weren't they?
18-year-old.
Yeah.
Some pace on him.
I didn't realise Xhaka was back as well.
Yeah.
He's been back about 6-7 games, has he?
Yeah. He's doing
Did he
all right
apologise?
under Arteta. He hasn't publicly apologised, no.
Nah, funny that.
Yeah. Oh, well. Right, let's have a look at how we did yesterday on the old trades. I think it was not great viewing, all in all.
One was flat, wasn't it?
You made 14 ticks, so a quarter of an hour.
Get in there.
I lost 1.4 ticks, or 0.1 hour, and Steve half an hour on Hang Sen.
Winner, chicken dinner.
So overall, we are flatlining a little bit on the old P&L, but that's okay. We're not giving too much back. We're only a couple of good wins away.
Davies back to come in, don't we?
Yeah,
exactly. To see one of mine to come in.
We're all fucking singing and dancing again.
Absolutely. So with that, Ian, have you got anything you're looking at today?
Oh, does that count as one of my wins as well? Does it?
Yeah, it does.
Lovely.
I'll take it if you don't want it.
I fancy dollar CAD. I fancy a dollar higher anyway, US dollar. And then we've got the interest rate decision today and policy statement, and then what do they call it? You know what I mean? The chat, bit of a chat afterwards, bit of a press conference thing. So I'm looking at, oh God, dollar CAD is what I'm looking at. Really complicated chart. Messy. Cipher pattern building, I believe. They've got some resistance up here at 131.44. If we go to this chart, it looks like a flag or a pennant breakout, and that actually has a measured move target at 131.75. I'm prime long entry is here, 130.61, which is also our bespoke support and the reverse trend line of the breakout, but I'll take it at current levels. And I'm going to go for the bigger target. So 130.78, 131.75. I have a stop just inside, I think. We're there, 130.52. Does that make a decent R?
Good enough.
That'll do. 3.7 R. So that's what I'm looking at today. Playing the figures again, because we've not played the figures for a while, have we?
No, that worked out quite nicely last time. For you, anyway. Okay, I'm taking a look at something we've just been triggered on our intraday trades, which is the FTSE 100. Can you see that?
Nope.
Right, you see it now?
It's like a magic trick.
Okay, so we had yesterday, or when was this? On the 21st. Yeah, yesterday we had this break of the channel on the back of the outbreak of the coronavirus. So we saw equities slip yesterday, and then we saw them recover intraday. We've recovered up to a 61.8% retracement level from this high here at 76.89 down to these lows at 75.48. And it's also this previous low here, which I was targeting as a potential resistance level. And of course, it's a retest of this broken channel. So all three of these levels together have worked quite nicely. We had a limit to get in at 76.35 this morning. So already a good few ticks on side on that as it stands. But obviously, I've got to go now. So I'm going to jump in at 76.22, put a stop above the high of the day, which is only 20 ticks above. And then target and move down to these lows at 75.50.
Lovely.
So
Joe, just put an extension level on that last rally up from 75.48 to this morning's high. Now the last rally up from 75.48 to this morning's high, which is 76.37 in it, with a 127.2%.
So where am I going from?
No, the middle of the chart
here?
from there to this morning's high,
Yeah.
and then pull it back to the low again. It's a nice confluence area there. You see 76.61. So that if we dip lower and then move higher, that will make a perfect Gartley. That.
Okay.
So the dip to the downside would have to stop around 75.80. That's
Right. Okay. Well, see how we go on that. I quite like the look at that. So we're live on that in our intraday analysis as well.
Lovely.
Cool. Over to you, Steve.
Yeah, got absolutely no idea at the moment. Let me just share my screen. Been battered in FTSE personally over the last couple of days, and again this morning I sort of, if we bring it down to a shorter term time frame, I sold it here after this formation here, like a shooting star type formation, sitting here all nicely, and it got back to this horizontal support and spiked back higher.
Did you move your stop?
Yeah, I brought the stop down to just above entry. It hit the stop and it's just collapsed. So I'm sort of angry now, so I'm not even going to trade it. So it's probably going to come off. So I'm going to look to sell DAX for my sins. I keep throwing a lot of shit at the wall to try and sell these stocks when there's any sort of sign of reversal, but they do seem to come off, but then rally back. But let's see if we can smash and grab today. That's 13,574. My target is obviously going to be down at 13,400 and well, let's see. I don't even know where it's going to be yet. Shall I be sort of, I'll put it at the stop at the high. Be a bit sensible with it.
You feeling all right, mate?
No, can't do that, can I? I have to come in there. There we are. We go for 5.04R. The stop's at 13,600 on this chart. 13,574. I'm short at, and let's go all the way, shall we? Never going to happen. Do not trade this trade. Yeah. So target of 13,304. No, 94.
13394.
13394. No reason for that. In fact, I'm going to move it lower. 13374. Now that sort of marries up with where I'm entered. 574, 374. Looking for 200 pips on the downside and a really, really tight stop.
Okay.
So that'll do for me.
Good luck.
Do not follow that trade. It will not make money. That's my risk warning.
Okay. Thank you.
Disclaimer done.
News-wise, anything to add?
No, sort of like there's sort of like obviously the coronavirus is got 400 people infected around China.
Spread to the US apparently.
Yeah,
there's a
one
case
bit
in
the
the
US,
US.
isn't there? Yeah.
They reckon there's no super spreader out there, which is obviously the equity markets have taken as a positive sign.
A super spreader.
Yeah, you can get super spreaders.
I think there's a meeting later for the WHO, World Health Organization, as to whether or not they categorize it as serious or not.
Okay, all right. One thing I was going to say, just the Chinese are wearing a lot more masks. Did we say that yesterday? Don't know if we mentioned how many
masks.
Are you buying masks? Are you long of masks?
I've gone long of masks because there was, I think, a week ago that it was one in 50 people wearing a mask or something like that. It might have even been 1 in 100, something ridiculous. And now it's 1 in 3.
Do they actually make any difference, though? Do we know?
Yes.
I think if you get the industrial ones, they do. That people wear in warehouses and that do sort of granite polishing and stuff like that. But I don't know about little
strapping a hanky to your face doesn't work then.
Makes a lot of people look a lot prettier.
Okay.
Got Vaseline up your nose when you go on the plane.
Oh,
is that trick?
Does that stop? No.
It's supposed to stop bugs going up your hooter if you just put Vaseline around the thing of your nose. So you don't get colds. Yeah.
I might have to buy Vaseline and masks.
Yeah,
Go
signal
long.
sensors health tips. So yesterday, news-wise, German ZEW was higher than expected, came in at 26.7 from a previous of 10.7. So that's pretty good.
Choppy markets.
Trump was saying his bit yesterday. He was at Davos, I believe, and he was threatening to slap some tariffs on the auto industry on European cars if there's no trade deal with Europe. So that spooked people a little bit. And he was also attacking the Federal Reserve again yesterday, saying that interest rates have been pushed too high and subsequently not been cut fast enough. So he's he's making noises in the midst of obviously being tied up in this impeachment trial, which continues to have no impact on the market.
Yeah, weird, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think it's all about the Canadian dollar. We've got CPI as well, haven't we? At 130.
CPI today, Canadian dollar CPI. And
130, 3 o'clock, 4:15.
Bank of Canada rate decision expected to remain at 1.75. So any surprises either way there, or on the rhetoric on the press conference afterwards could see CAD pairs moving. I mean, that is a pair that tends, or a currency that tends to move quite aggressively.
Yeah.
On the slightest bit of news, anyway, doesn't it?
Yeah. And then we've got Australian employment change overnight.
Australia. Okay.
Expecting a build of 15,000. Unemployment rate sits at 5.2%.
Cool. So is that everything then?
Yeah, just sort of like want to look at is oil, I suppose. They're Goldman Sachs saying that because there's a potential drop in oil demand because of the coronavirus. Don't really know exactly
how the correlation works there.
Yeah, but maybe maybe they're just got short of oil or something.
So oil, we expect to see some movement in that as a result of the Canadian dollar.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sort of like, I keep selling rallies in oil on an intraday basis, and it seems to be working at the moment. Just again, because we're sort of like up on these heights. We're having a bit of a retracement since the Iran flare up, but a
couple of higher lows on the intraday chart.
Yeah, so potential there for a little bit of a sell-off in oil. Maybe should have looked at that as a trade idea, but not enough in it for me.
No, not enough. Okay, gents, let's wrap it up then, and good luck with your trades, and I'll catch you tomorrow.
Yeah,
cheers.
Have a good one.
See you later.
Bye.